Hi everyone. Life is not a race, life is a rhythm. Okay, imagine this. Just forget like you are in TEDx. Just imagine you are in a live concert. Okay? So you're sitting in a live concert where nearly the people, 50 different instruments are playing in the orchestra. Okay? And you're enjoying that. You're enjoying each and every instrument, and together it is beautifully calling it as a rhythm. Now imagine the same thing where all together, all the instruments are playing at the same time, at the same volume. How do you feel? Would it be soothing? Do you really feel good about it? So definitely, every time in an orchestra, when you consider all the instruments, some rise and some will pause. Together it creates a beautiful phenomenon called music or rhythm. But what is that we have been doing? We as a woman or we as a people always does this. Together we wanted to play all our different roles. Just imagine each and every role, every instrument over here is considered as one of the roles that you are playing. How do you feel like each and every role that you want to play at the same volume, at the same time? It's definitely overwhelming, isn't it? So that's how it is. We often create the vision board, we often create the goals, considering like I have to be perfect. How many perfectionists here? So we often need to be perfectionists in all the ways. So we create goals accordingly. So on that note, let me ask you a question. So how many of you have created a vision board this year? Or how many of you have really New Year resolutions? Right? Of course I do. So as per the survey, nearly 45% of the population are coming up with the New Year resolutions. And here is the thing. Let me ask you another question to you. So how many of you have stopped at January? Right? So you don't believe the number. So as per the survey, nearly 62% has been actually stopped doing their goals, working on their goals. So you're not alone. So there are 62 people along with us. And here is the main important thing. Do you imagine the number of people who could actually complete their goals is among the world is nearly just 9%. The rest of the 91% are the folks who has been stagnating with their day-to-day chores. They wanted to create a goals, they will have a vision, everything in their mind, but everything is good, really good in paper, but when it comes to reality, everything is same. So they have been stuck with all their day-to-day chores. They still have potential, but what is that it is lacking? So that is what we are going to discuss in further slides. So why this matters? Is this really important to talk about? Of course, we have goals. Somehow here and there we have been doing, we are making some progress. Is that really important to have it? Do you believe 80% of the people are feeling unfulfilled? So the word I want to emphasize here is unfulfilled. So oftentimes we could have seen a lot of people who succeeded in their life, but when you go and ask them, so 50% of the folks say, no, I'm not fulfilled. So there comes the matter like success versus fulfillment. Success is not same as fulfillment. What is the true meaning of fulfillment? The moment when you actually wanted to do that you actually want to do. The moment when you actually planned for a goals and you were able to make it every single day, and by the end of the year, if you go back and see, you should be able to achieve it. You should feel proud about yourself. You should see yourself as the new version of you. So how many of you have that feel? And I'm here, I was the same person going to reveal you who was being in that 91% who used to stop at January after finishing creating the vision board and come up with New Year resolutions, stopped and goals, each and everything. But when it comes to reality, So I was a new mom during those days, so everything is overwhelming. How to parenting, how to organize my home, how to take care of my elders, how to be good at in the office, everything. So there was a moment, it could resonate with a lot of women as well, especially for the new moms. So, okay, I think this is not working for me. Let me go ahead and take a break. This is how we often feel. But that was the time where it took me a pause and think about, okay, wait, how is it? Like, if some other person is doing this, why can't I? If there are a lot of women in this world that are able to manage each and everything, why can't I do it? So that one thought made me to step towards the self-growth. What is that I'm lacking? I think somewhere I'm lacking. I identified, I started investing on myself. So where I'm actually lacking. So I started reading books, self-help books. I started working on attending a lot of sessions, courses towards it. And here I am presenting you the 6P framework. Please stay tuned. Why is that? Like all the places I'm using this Rangoli, I'll reveal it at the end of the slide. So the 6P framework. So what is that? So I've tried each and every method and I came up with one of the framework which actually worked for me for the past 4 years, and I should see progress in myself every single day. I should be able to make a lot of ticks in the goals which I actually supposed to do, and I was able to make it. So let's get started. So here are my first 4 P's. So we are going to just talk about 6 P's. That's it. Okay, the first 4 P's are, when you are trying to design your vision board, make sure what is your important core thing. So for me, when you go like, so P for parenting, so it could be, the parenting could be anything. If you are a student, it could be a pet parenting. You are a gardener, you could be gardening. So anything you consider like as a parenting. And the other one is profession, passion and personal. So I divided all my goals into these 4 corners, 4 parts. So one is parenting. So what is that one important goal for me for this year when it comes towards parenting? Is it like spending quality of time or being a conscious mother? So what is that one thing? So in such a way I started making a note of one goal for every role. So be it profession, I want to get promoted, something like that. Then when it comes to the personal growth, there's one thing which I often felt, we should not stop there. And most of us always do not take much priority on this personal growth. By seeing others, we feel, yes, I want that. Okay, this dress is nice, I want similar kind of that. That doesn't work when it comes to goals, okay? So we should actually make sure what is that I truly want. For that, you need to choose your roles. What are your roles? You as a mother, you as a daughter, you as a wife, you as a sister. What is that role that you are playing? Which role is really important for you? And I would like you to add one goal for each and every role you are being part of. So one role for each goal. By the end of the year, what is that you want? So to say, for example, you as a wife, to strengthen my relationship with my husband, or spending more time compared with last year to this year. What is this? So each and everything we often write my roles, but we often forget one of the very important thing, that is myself. So yes, we ourselves should also make sure we have to play an important role as myself, because only once if you feel you should give whatever you are having. If you fill it with love, that only you can give it to your society or your family members. So for that, what is that you have to do? So make sure you fill all these columns. Make sure you are actually adding one goal. That could be smaller or bigger, but make sure you are touching each and every part of that. Why am I talking this? Just going back to the similar thing, success versus fulfillment. You can succeed by concentrating on a single specific role, but you will feel whole because you are not touching the rest of the parts. You feel especially we as a woman often gets one ornament all the time. We name it as GUILT, right? So if you're really doing well in profession, the immediate thing which would hit is, okay, I'm not a good mom. So when we are actually doing so good in family and members and spending time very well, somewhere that's like, okay, am I lacking something in profession? That FOMO would come behind and talks about it. So we often have this guilt all the time. So trust me, I've been following this method and I could see, I never felt guilt. I'm saying it proudly. I never felt that. I never got that feel of being back or having this FOMO method, using this method which I've been using for past 4 years. Yeah. Next, coming to this. Here is the main important part. So we've been talking 4. Very good. I created my vision board and I have my affirmations. I've been visualizing. If you're a part of, you're familiar with vision board, you must be knowing all this. So everything is done. Okay, I'm done. I prepared my vision board. Everything is done. But the next day, morning, the same routine, same hobbies. Nothing has changed, right? The same responsibilities which you have been holding, similar way you have been traveling. Then how could you complete your goals? That's where the next P comes. Sorry. So here is the thing. This is what I designed and it's been following not only me but also for my community. So making a to-do list. How many of you have this habit of making a to-do list? So here is something new which I would like to introduce. So the way how you design your vision board, the same similar way you should design each and every day. So there comes my concept called from vision to today. So whatever you have been planned for the vision board, the same thing you have to bring it every single day. How could you do that? Let's take this. Say for example, under your personal, you would have written like, often every year we write that losing weight or being fit and healthy. The same thing when you go back. So how could you make sure that you're doing it in your to-do list every single day? How could you do that? Just add this. So walking every single day, 10K run. So that means that you're healthy and fit, and make sure like you're eating a conscious food that states that you are actually eating healthy food. So the goal is actually to be fit and healthy, and you have these sub goals making these two, and you're adding it in your day-to-day every single day. Now making sense? So whatever you have written there, you forget the goal now. You even forget the goal. Now you have every single day as a task. The goal has been converted into a task and you're going to work on it every single day. So same way you have to make every goal, whatever you have written, each place that should get converted into sub goals. And now here is my ask. Do you think will it work? It may not, because I was there during my journey. I thought like, okay, everything is done, I'm good, I've made everything, all the changes. Now coming to the next day again, oh my God, what is that one thing which I got was overwhelming. These many things I have to do, oh my God. So that gives us one more new add-on which is overwhelming. So that's where we need to identify which is very important for you. So in the orchestra, which you remember, so what is going to play a crucial role for this music for today? So I'm emphasizing for today, what role you're going to play. You're going to give high value for your professional life. You're going to have value for your parenting because your son is having exam tomorrow, so you have to concentrate more on that. Identify what role you're going to play today. Give voice. Take some time, take a pause, analyze your to-do list, whatever is there in your mind, just dump it and analyze what is that important thing that I have to do, which part of my energy should give to which part of P. So okay, is it for parenting because my son is having exam tomorrow, so let me consider this. In such a way, make a list of priorities. Don't go with more than 5. Don't go with more than 5. I would even recommend go with only 3. If you are able to complete 3 priorities which you have listed and you are able to complete it by the end of the day, you are succeeded. You are succeeded. That is how you have to plan. Okay, now Everything is good, all good. Are we missing anything? Do you feel, are we missing anything apart from this? Priorities, okay Mrudula, everything is good. I think we are ready to start the vision board and we are ready to do the to-do list. But here is one thing. We often miss few things. One of the things is core values, which I would like to take a minute to talk about. We make sure you should, the priorities which you are taking, make sure that has to match with your core values. So every vision board, every year that I create a vision board, I take some time to analyze these core values because it matters for us to analyze myself. What is that? What is true Mrudula is? What is that you? Which gives you more happiness? So again, I'm talking back about the fulfillment. So make sure you're having it all the time. Now coming to the last one. So the P, the last, fifth, sixth P, which we often miss is planning. Oh, come on, Mrudula, I've been planning it. How are you planning? So that's the thing. You have to plan with the markers. So it took me 1 year to understand and analyze while I was working on it. So just prioritizing things will not work. Okay, I have to complete this task tomorrow morning. That's one thing which I have written as a priority. But when is very important. So for that, the planning plays a crucial role. So add a markers. What is that markers? Timing. When you are planning to do it at 6:30. So say for example, your goal I have written, your goal is for the vision board spending quality time with my son. So how are you making it as a sub goal? So spending time with him, reading a book with him at 6:30 p.m. or 9:30 p.m. every day. That's it, done. So that is one way how you have changed the plan of your goal into day to day, and you are keeping the marker by what time. So while you are working or doing the other chores, it reminds you 9:30 you have to be with him. So I'll finish off all my tasks accordingly. So that's how. Let me reveal the Rangoli thing which have been part, because we as an Indians, we are very much attached with the Rangolis because it's a beautiful colors, right? So imagine this thing, like you decide which colors you want to play. So today you are going to make a Rangoli. So which colors you are going to take and which color you actually need to highlight, and the leftovers you will add it with smaller parts, you will just decorate it with different colors, isn't it? The same way, just replace the same thing in the Rangoli which I have been talking about. The highest part which you are planning may be blue, which is professional. So tomorrow most of the part is going to be professional, and then whenever I get a time, so 6:30, if you see the same example, so I'm having like 6:31. So each and every part of my to-do list, I make sure at least I'm doing one priority. So I made a list of timings along with that. Apart from that, whenever I'm having the time, so I make sure I complete the leftovers. I make sure I complete the remaining sub-tasks which I have written in the to-do list. So there are few things, like as I've been growing, evolving, so few things which really worked for me was taking a photo of that and keeping it as a screensaver on your photo. The moment when you open the phone itself, so it shows you the to-do list. Okay, fine. Instead of you going to the social media or scrolling somewhere, oh, I forgot, I have written here in the personal, like calling your friend for a long time you have been planning to call but you missed it. By seeing the to-do list, immediately go grab it instead of watching or scrolling the phone. You'll just go ahead and do something quality which gives you satisfaction. Just imagine, trust me, the happiness that you get by the end of the day before you go to bed is amazing, right? So that's where I wanted to emphasize here is reframing your productivity. Productivity is very important. So we are doing everything. The only one thing which is planning. So identifying which is very important for me. The priority, that alone is actually where we are lacking. So priority and plan. I'm repeating priority and plan. So just invest your time on it. Every single day before you go to bed, 10 minutes. The way how you're brushing, so you don't say, I don't have time to brush, right? You don't say you don't have time to have your breakfast or lunch. The same way, just go ahead, spend that last 10 minutes every single day, how your day is going to be, dump all your things, what needs to be done, and then the next day, just imagine what are the things that I need to prioritize, where should I invest my energy tomorrow, and after that, just close your eyes and plan your day. Okay, tomorrow morning this I have to do, this I have to do. I have some good time over here. I think I can work on it. During this time I can do the remaining parts which are not prioritized. So in such a way, if you plan, you could see how productized you are. You could see how much thing you can do. You can start learning new skills. You can do whatever you want. You can start adding lot of your hobbies, right? So make sure you take the intentional choices all the time. Finally, life is not a race. Life is a rhythm. Life is a rangoli. And when you miss the rhythm, there is only overwhelm. Please take your choice intentionally. Invest your time on it. Thank you so much.